Your website really is like a storefront. You want your online customers to click, look around, and eventually buy something. Designing a user-friendly site requires a lot of thought and planning. I recently talked about common website design mistakes with Ken Wisniewski, the founder and CEO of Webamax, which provides online marketing services. So many people put money into designing their website. They put it out there. They want to try all these new things, and then it turns out to be not that great. And you can see it. It's easy to see how many people get to your site and then click off right away.
That's a big deal.
Okay, so this will be very helpful to see what you should not do, and you brought some examples for us. First, you say avoid excessive flash. People get excited about flash. Shazam! I remember when it came out, and everyone wanted it on their site, but why shouldn't you do it?
I think nowadays what's happened is with flash and even with the usage of iPads and whatnot, it's not compatible. So you find a lot of people that use an iPad or some different applications, they're not even able to see your website because it's in Flash. Also, with the changes that Google's implemented within the fact of the Google Instant with the results popping up as you're typing them in, sites that load slow are penalized. So you're going to get less visibility now if you have a site, although it might look great, if it doesn't load quickly, nobody can get there.
So you're going to fall down lower on the search results.
Absolutely.
So it's terrible for search engine optimization.
Absolutely. Flash nowadays, again, while there's some level of acceptance, if it loads slow and it's excessive, it can really hurt your rankings.
Okay, let's move to the next one, which is a very big pet peeve of mine: remove outdated content. Or just move it somewhere so it's not right up there on front.
Yeah, one of the biggest things we often tell our customers is when you're looking at your website and people say, well, how do I get it to be more interactive? How do I get people to engage with us? One of the biggest things we always say is make your website to be almost like a living entity. When you look at other sites that get a lot of traffic, it's because there's constantly updated information on there. When someone would come in and was interested in buying something and they see that you haven't updated your site or a blog or anything since 2007, I might think that company's out of business. I might not buy from them. I might not call them. So again, it seems like a common area to fix, but it's not.
I see this on blogs a lot, and my feeling is if you're not going to update it, just take it down.
Pretty much.
Or move it somewhere that people can't access it.
I totally agree with you.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Avoid confusing navigation. This example, clearly very confusing. Lots of pictures, and you should just have a design team take a look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the biggest things, as you said just in your introduction, is it is your storefront nowadays. Websites are people's storefronts nowadays when they're looking for things. So in turn, if you go there and you can't find your way around and you're confused with just how to click through, people just click off. They go to the next site. So you want to make sure that the navigation is one of the most simple portions of your website so people can find what they're looking for and buy it.
Yeah, and also have a search. A lot of sites don't have search, and then you can't find things on there.
No, it's very difficult.
Okay, and then the last one. This I see on more and more actually respectable sites, which is interesting. You're saying remove auto pop-ups. Everyone to me seems to be using auto pop-ups these days.
It's true, and people are also using the interstitials that kind of pop up with an advertisement before it actually takes you to the page you really want to be to. And the problem is I think people are just, they're disgusted with it. They're clicking back off it, and again, when you're looking at it, if you can get people to your site, you want them to actually engage in your website. You want them to look at them. You want them to buy.
So I have a question for you, though. I'm assuming that advertisers are paying for this. They probably are paying more for it because it's working. They're getting click-throughs to it.
Well, I think a lot of it is really more so about the traffic. And when companies have traffic and they're trying to find strategic ways that they can actually get this visibility, things like those interstitials and whatnot do come at a pretty good rate because you have a captive audience. But I can certainly tell you, I think what happens is over time people start to become resistant to it. They just kind of click back, and the branding doesn't work as well.
And so you also need to think as someone who runs this website, is the increased revenue that I'm getting from this ad worth maybe people not coming to my site anymore?
Yep, it's been proven that when you add certain things like this, the bounce rate of these sites increases rather dramatically.
The bounce rate meaning people leave your
that
site.
Just come in and bounce right back off.
All right, well, this is such great information, and thank you for bringing those examples. It really hammers it home to us. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.